Hi everybody, how you doing today? I hope you've had a great week. And if you notice, I have a different chair behind me. I don't know if you pay any attention to that or not, but I have a different chair behind me. It was on sale at Staples over this last weekend, and I think the sale is still going on. So if you're interested, you might want to check it out. They have their chairs on sale for 40% off. So my chair is normally $269 and it was on sale. Hi Deborah, thanks for joining. It was on sale at the store it was on sale for like $174. And then when on the email, it showed that it was only $154. So we showed it to them on my phone, the email, and we got it for even that price. So we got my chair for $120 off. And it's a nice chair because if you remember a few videos before, I was having back trouble. So this chair has lumbar support in it. So it's been really nice. So anyway, that's not what we're talking about today, but since I got a great deal and I also talk about deals and you might notice the new chair, I thought I would mention it first. All right, and give everybody a chance to hop on. So what we're really talking about today is about smart, heart-healthy substitutions when eating out. So, you may want to eat out, but you're not sure about it because it's hard to find things that are heart healthy or just plain healthy in order to eat out. Maybe you don't know what kind of foods to choose. So last week we talked about substitutions for eating out for breakfast and for when you're eating out for Chinese food. So today we're going to talk about substitutions when you eat out at a family restaurant and when you eat out at a steakhouse. So let's go ahead and get started. So when you eat out at a family restaurant, here are some tips that are heart healthy. Don't choose dishes with lots of cheese, sour cream, and mayonnaise. Those are going to have way too much fat in them. Salads can be a good choice. I know a lot of people think, oh, salad, let me grab a salad. But make sure you pick fat-free or low-fat dressing. If that's not available, just ask for the dressing on the side, and then that way you can put on however much you want, which is not going to be too much since if they don't have the fat-free choices. But otherwise, if you just let them pour it on, it's going to be way too much dressing. So ask for it on the side. Another tip is to share an entree with another family member. Nowadays, the portions that they serve you in restaurants are huge. I don't see how anybody could eat them. So what my daughter and son, youngest son, even often just share a kid's meal, and she is an adult, but she's not very big. She's very thin. And then my 12-year-old son, they often share a kid's meal because even the kids' meals nowadays are huge. Plus, it's nice because it saves us some money. And then I usually only eat half my entree, and then my husband gets a to-go box with it, so that way he can take the other half for lunch. So besides eating the proper amount, you can also save money doing it this way, because we only had to buy one kid's meal for 2 kids, and then the 2 adult entrees, and then my husband gets to take it for lunch the next day and won't have to buy lunch. So it saves money and it's much better for your health. And another tip is to try not to go to all-you-can-eat buffets because you will probably end up eating way more than you need to. Because you may go there and just eat what you think is the proper amount, which isn't going to seem like too much. And then you're going to, well, I'm not going to get my money's worth. I want to make sure I get my money's worth. And then you end up eating way too much. So it's probably best to just avoid those kinds of restaurants altogether. So I have some suggestions for what to do instead. So instead of ordering at family restaurants, instead of ordering fried oysters, fried fish, or fried chicken, instead order boiled spiced shrimp, baked, boiled, or grilled fish or chicken. They're still going to be flavorful, but they're going to be much more healthier for you. Instead of ordering cream soups, when they give you the choice of soups for the day, instead pick a broth-based soup with lots of vegetables. Instead of ordering a quiche and a salad, order a soup and a salad. Instead of ordering buffalo chicken wings, order peel and eat shrimp. Instead of a fried chicken sandwich, either get a blackened chicken sandwich or a veggie burger. Instead of ordering French fries or potatoes and gravy, order a baked potato, or ask for your mashed potatoes without gravy. Instead pick rice. Instead of the creamy coleslaw, get sauteed vegetables or a tossed salad. And remember, ask for the dressing on the side. And don't think you can't have dessert. You can still have dessert, but instead of asking for a hot fudge sundae or ice cream, instead ask for non-fat yogurt, sherbet, or fruit ice instead. And don't think you have to worry about writing all this down. You can either replay the video, of course, or I put a link to my post in the descriptions and you can go read about it there, and then maybe you can print out the section, whatever restaurant you're going to go to, just print out the section where it talks to you about that restaurant, and then when you go, you'll remember what you should and shouldn't eat. All right, so what do you do when you eat out at a steakhouse? Hi, Rachel. Thanks for joining us. We're talking about smart, heart-healthy substitutions when you're eating out. I just talked about what you do at a family restaurant, and now I'm going to talk about what you do at a steakhouse. So at a steakhouse, some tips are: don't choose a king-sized cut. You should choose a 3-ounce thinly sliced cut or a 6-ounce steak, but don't have any other meat the whole day. And these are all, I don't eat out at a steakhouse, so I got all of my information from the American Heart Association website. So you can go there also and you can get some great tips there. Also, since you usually get to ask for your steak to order anyway, you usually get to ask for it if you want it well done or rare, however you want it. When you're doing that, you can also ask if the chef will trim all the visible fat before he cooks it. So that's a really great tip. So when you're saying, oh, I want a well done steak, I want a rare steak, say, and I would like the chef to please trim all the fat before he cooks it. And that will definitely save a lot of fat from your meal. Also, steakhouses usually offer seafood. It's usually steak and fish kind of go together. So instead of maybe ordering a fatty meat, you can look for fish on the menu or ask your server what the catch of the day is. Just because you go to a steakhouse doesn't mean you always have to have a steak to eat. Also, so here are the things: instead of this, try that. So instead of getting fatty cuts of meat like a ribeye, porterhouse, T-bone, instead try leaner cuts of meat like London broil, filet mignon, round or flank steak, sirloin tip, or tenderloin. And just like I suggested for the family restaurant, at a steakhouse, instead of getting French fries or au gratin or scalloped potatoes, instead choose baked potato or rice. And a tip I didn't mention: when you get the baked potato, don't get it loaded with butter and sour cream. Instead, if you want those things, see if they have fat-free, and definitely ask for them on the side. That way you can just put in as much as you need, definitely not as much as they give you. Hi, Shelly. Thanks for joining. Nice to see you. So at a steakhouse, instead of getting Caesar or marinated salad, ask for a green salad, and remember, ask for the dressing on the side. So that way you can put on as much as you want, and remember to see if they have a fat-free dressing also. Instead of getting the fried vegetables, ask for steamed vegetables. And like before, same thing as at a family restaurant. Instead of asking for pie and ice cream for dessert, you can still have dessert, but see maybe if they have angel food cake or sherbet instead. That way you still get your dessert, but it's healthier. So like I said, I learned all of this from researching on the American Heart Association website. And they also have information for other types of restaurants too, so you can go check them out. And if you want a link to that, I have a link to it on my post that I've shown in the description. So it's nice to know that there are heart-healthy substitutions you can choose when eating out. You don't have to give up eating out. You can still eat out. So the next time you want to go celebrate a birthday or anniversary, or if you're watching this now and recently when after I record it, it is almost Valentine's Day. So if you want to go out for Valentine's Day, you don't have to feel guilty about it because now you know the healthy choices to pick. And like I said, if you can't remember all of them, just go ahead and look at my post and maybe just print out the section according to what kind of restaurant you're going to, and then you can just glance at that either before you go, while you're at the restaurant, maybe just stick it in your pocket or your purse, and then you can pull it out and check on it when you're about ready to order. So if you have any questions, be sure and leave them in the comments. And also, if you have any favorite heart-healthy substitutions from a restaurant, I would love to hear them. If you have some other things other than what I mentioned, or if you have any other ideas, I would love to hear it. You can leave it in the comments. All right, well, I hope that you have a great week, and I will see you again next week since we will still be in February, and February is Heart Health Month. I will be going live again next week talking about something that is heart healthy. So I hope you all have a great weekend. Even if you're watching this not live, if you're watching it on YouTube, or if you're watching the replay on Facebook, go ahead and leave any comments or questions that you have, and I will be checking them and answering them. And thank you guys for the 3 of you that watched right now live with me. I really appreciate it. It's nice to have somebody else here with me. All right, thank you guys very much. Have a great week. See you next week. Bye.